Welcome back to Emergency Dating Consulting, a place for immediate change and or development in the world of dating. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to send me in your questions so I can answer them on the show. Let's go! Exploring Reddit today, I found a man's advice to other men out there, and I found it very fascinating on the accuracy of what he's trying to say, but the fine line between his point and what it looks like he's a part of an attacking group. And I feel like everyone, especially if you share your opinion, you can be possibly put in. It's very hard to find the balance between an unbiased truth and choosing a side. And I want to see if I can highlight that fine line between an unbiased truth and picking a side. So this man says, men, don't let women break you down because of your height. Women call men too short all the time. It's just a part of their nature to be callous in that regard. There is some biological mechanisms that women are cursed with that prevents them from viewing us as human beings. As men, we need to stick together and build each other up. Women are constantly trying to tear us down and send us a message that we are too short. In other words, they are trying to tell us that we are inadequate and that they are the prize that we are not worthy of. I want you guys to remember that we are all in this together, and you are not alone if you feel the disrespect that women show us. Focus on your path and purpose and never stoop to their level. Always remember that no matter how much it hurts, never to let a woman dictate your self-esteem. Become the best men you can be and be grateful for the things that life have to offer. So already I can see this man did get attacked by many women, and I understand why. This does seem tunnel vision to the messages. This does seem tunnel vision strictly for men, and for the most part it is. And this is that fine line I wanted to highlight. How can you send a message to men out there and to women out there? How do you send a message to your group or your tribe, if you will, while being mindful of everyone around you, right? You can't really do that. This is why it's strictly this message is for men. However, you can have it where all can read. And this isn't this man's job. This is a forum where you can speak your mind. So I won't hold it against them. However, we always miss the important points in messages like this. So I'm here to clarify that. And I feel like it's something that men should hear at the end of the day. So this man says, women call men too short all the time. It's just a part of their nature to be callous in that regard. There is some biological mechanism that women are cursed with that prevents them from viewing us as human beings. See, and this is why he got attacked right here. But we know as men how we talk amongst each other. So, as he said, it's in their nature to be callous in that regard. And there's some biological mechanism that women are cursed with that prevents them from viewing us as human beings. This is very interesting because women are callous, specifically when it comes to sympathizing with men, especially when it comes to sex, love, and relationships. And I get it. The past was different, but the present is different. And when this man says callous, obviously he's coming from his perspective of being denied, being too short. I'm sure he is truly told that all the time. He never highlights his height, but I'm sure he's below average. And if you notice, if you've been with really around any woman, think about your mom if you haven't had a girlfriend. But if you've had a girlfriend, notice how women will not hesitate to call you out on whether it's your hygiene, something doesn't look good, something doesn't taste good, something doesn't smell good, something's going. Not only do they express their thought and feelings, but they make sure you know too. They have the whole facial expressions, very dramatic with it. And this is that callous that he's talking about that women have. And the man is right. There is a connection to this. So like he said, there's some biological mechanism that women are cursed with that prevents them from viewing us as human beings. See, we can't react. If you give us something to try and we taste it, we can't be dramatic. We can be honest, like, I'm not really digging that. But you can't be like, what is that? Unless it's unpackaged from something that has nothing to do with her, so she can't take offense. But immediately we have to hold back our feelings, and we cannot let her know, like, this tastes like shit completely, and you made this? Like, we can't react like that, and y'all know why, and your emotions get the best of you, right? So that was just an example of this, of him seeing this as a biological curse, essentially, that you all are like this. But really, and why he feels like women do not look at men as human beings. And that is the perspective right there. We didn't just adjust to not, if you don't smell good, if you don't feel good, if there's something going on, we don't just react off the handle like y'all do, because it's not because y'all trained us like, oh, this is gonna get annoying after this, but more or less it's because we've watched y'all's feelings get hurt before. And it's not that, oh, a girl is crying. It's a human being is crying. Their heart is broken. That's why it's wild when you see a man cry. It's like, it really touches you. It should. Because not only is it kind of rare to see, but this man is truly in pain. So, not looking us at, that's what this man is coming from, who doesn't understand. Really, it's boiled it down to, there's just some biological mechanism that makes, right, women not view us as human beings. But that's what he means. And we've adjusted to y'all because we started seeing you as human beings and start respecting your emotions. It's the problem is just kind of stopped right there. And this needs to be extended through your whole body of work, your body, soul, and mind. So, as men, we need to stick together and build each other up. Women are constantly trying to tear us down and send us a message that we are too short. See, obviously, and I'll briefly go through this, this is a generalization of women and their perspective to short men. Now, we all know, right, being short to a man is really equivalent to a flat-chested or a flat-assed woman, right? It's not that you're not attractive. It's not that you're not valuable. It's not that your body is undesirable. It's just, when it comes to the options out there, when it comes to what we as society has told each other what to be proud of, what to look for, what to hunt for, they're lacking in the major men. These short men are lacking in something that is highly praised in society. CEOs, like I think 90% of CEOs are over 6 feet tall. Right? This isn't a coincidence. Right? It's just a feeling. Like women, you can understand women who are very curvy or big chested, or it's something that really stands them out. You see how they carry themselves differently. And it's just once you kind of realize you're uncommon amongst the common, you not only learn to embrace that, but you really flaunt it, right? You wear it as a badge. And height can be that. And I completely understand. I'm telling you, that's like, as we said, height is important for men, as well as chest size, ass is important for women. And that's not strictly on their behalf, but just as an example. Like, those are important. So, of course, when you have something that has that high value, especially in dating, and we see, like I said about the CEOs, this is in the workforce as well. But when you see these rise, you're going to feel different. You're going to feel a little, I was at this bar one time, and the basketball players came. It was in this city at this university, and the basketball team was there. And and long story short, as I'm doing my thing and I'm on the dance floor, I feel my head get palmed like my father used to do to me as a kid, and like kind of excusing me a little. I was gonna say it wasn't disrespect, but I felt disrespected. I haven't felt a palm, not only that can palm my head, but in that type of manner in a long time. And I look up, and he's clearly 7 foot, right? And he's just trying to make his way through the crowd. And it was an eye-opening experience for me, because not only am I amongst the common and I'm blending in just well, here's this man, right? The uncommon, making uncommon moves amongst this crowd so he can maneuver through there, right? So you just do things different once you have that difference. So there's really no diss to that. But he is right on saying that we need to stick together and building each other up. And this is what this show is for, and this is why I'm highlighting that, because we do forget that. There's so many men who just cannot talk about this stuff. This is locked in deep in the vault, right? And even if you see men break this down online, you really don't see. You see certain men breaking this down. Everyone's trying to go their own path with this, or have this is what's going on, this is why, like this guy really. And it's really, there's always assholes out there. There's always really hurt people out there. And you have to, no matter what, you have to be able to endure. And just know this is a lot of people. This is out in the world today. However, there's people like myself and others that makes paying these people no mind. I can't stress that enough. So, as he says, in other words, they are trying to tell us that we are inadequate, and they are the prize that we are not worthy of. So, this is another pain inflicted sentence that I won't spend too much time on, but I see where he's getting at. And but he's wrong, right? As hunters, they are a prize, right? We go get them. So, and yes, they have that right to let us know that they are not interested. All right, and you can feel not worthy. We just broke down rejection the other day. So it can certainly feel like that. I know where this is coming from. No one's surprised when you hear this man word it like that. But accept that as well, right? We go get. It feels so much better once you go get. And believe me, especially the women who I've went and got, they love being, as they explain, being swept off their feet, right? That's what that means, by the way. So, on this note, this is how it goes, and there's really nothing wrong with that. I want you guys to remember that we are all in this together, and you are not alone if you feel the disrespect that, women show us. This goes back and forth. I'm also about to skip over this, but we are all in this together. That is true, and like I said, this is why you also respect the women that you're dating. This could be my sister, your sister, anybody's sister that we are encountering, and you want to treat them right, to say the least. And this is the same thing to the women out there. The men you could be dating could be my brother, your brother, da 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 da. So I like that he says focus on your path and purpose and never stoop to their level. This is for men and women out there. That's how similar we are, and that's how similar our issues are, and especially towards each other. But that's a fact. Focus on your path and purpose and never stoop to their level. Keep going. Dust yourself off and try again, as Aaliyah said. All right? Get out there. Keep going. Do not become jaded by these assholes out there, and keep pushing. Chances are high, eventually, statistically, you will find someone like me, if you will. And that's the same thing with the guys. You will find a good woman out there. We can't let these bad apples ruin a whole bunch, as they say they definitely do. But go through your apples, all right? See which one are good, see which ones are bruised, see which ones needs to be tossed. And at the end of the day, be grateful that you have a bag of clean apples, right? And the good ones, and eat them. So to continue, focus on your path and purpose and never stoop to their level. Always remember that no matter how much it hurts, never to let a woman dictate your self-esteem. And this goes both ways. Never let anybody dictate your self-esteem. And this is tough while we're on social media, while all this pressure of online dating and just everything thrown in your face, that you need to reach for the stars, essentially. Don't let anybody dictate your self-esteem, and appreciate who you are. And I'm pretty sure that's what that life has to offer, and that's a fact. So there's someone out there for everyone, and there's no question about that. Do not let somebody dictate your self-esteem. Stay in the pocket. You are special, right? You've encountered strangers on the street that has just either helped you, or you just felt great after talking to them, right? Didn't think too much of yourself, but this person did, right? That's how I look at every single human being I encounter. Their potential is through the roof, and somebody will love the fuck out of you. There is no question about that. Human beings are damn near like snowflakes. We're all different, right? And if those statistics are true, then that means you will statistically inevitably find somebody. Just don't get pregnant. Just don't have a kid with a woman you don't want to have your kid. Don't get married. Stay in the pocket. Stay within that pressure until you see somebody. I was going on a quarterback and wide receiver metaphor, but stay in the pocket, withstand the pressure. You will meet somebody.